it's your boy Bernard, and welcome to another frustrating episode of the Angry Blerd podcast. I'll be discussing everything nerdy that has caught my eye this week, and I'm going to just try to rush through this because I do not have time. I'm tired, I need to take a shower, and it looks like my audio levels are fine. I don't know what the hell's going on, all of a sudden. It's like the second time this has happened in XYZ amount of months. So, unfortunately, I do have to start this podcast on a somber note. I have to give a rest in peace to Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa. Passed away at the age of 75 years old on December 4th. You may recognize Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa from such films as Mortal Kombat, Showdown in Little Tokyo, Kickboxer 2, The Last Emperor, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, American Dragons, The Art of War with Wesley Snipes, Pearl Harbor, Planet of the Apes, Elektra, Memoirs of a Geisha, Balls of Fury. Unfortunately, the Tekken movie. He was in Tekken 1 and 2. 47 Ronin, The Man with the Iron Fist 2. He also provided voice work on Kubo and the Two Strings. And he also appeared on various television shows such as MacGyver, Star Trek The Next Generation, Miami Vice, Superboy, Knots Landing, Moonlighting, Mission Impossible. I did not know that series was in the 80s. I thought it started in the... Wait, what? Okay, it looks like this was a reboot. It went for 2 seasons. Baywatch, Space Rangers. Why does Space Rangers sound familiar? Babylon 5, Nash Bridges, Poltergeist Legacy, Baywatch, Hawaii and Wedding, Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo, Heroes, Hawaii Five-0, Revenge, Teen Wolf, forgot about that one, The Librarians, The Man in the High Castle, also provided voice work on Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix. Yeah, he passed away at the age of 75, like I said, on December 4th. Died from complications from a stroke. And he was surrounded by his family. So yeah, I think the first movie I ever saw Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa in might have been Showdown in Little Tokyo. He was the head of a Yakuza gang, and it starred him, I want to say Tia Carrere, Brandon Lee, and Dolph Lundgren. He was also in Big Trouble in Little China. Was it Tia Carrere? Let me see who the love interest was in this movie. Yeah, I was right. Tia Carrere. But yeah, so Ed Boon actually made a heartfelt post about his passing on Twitter. And it read, if this hurries up and loads, he said, "We lost a legend today. Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa played Shang Tsung in the 1995 Mortal Kombat film and sadly passed away at age 75. We have the privilege of his portrayal on the first MK film, but also as an amazing voice actor in the Mortal Kombat 11 game. Cary was one of a kind. He combined danger, swagger, and athleticism to his roles and will always be remembered as the man who first brought Shang Tsung to life. Rest in peace. Your soul is eternal." So yeah, I mean, if you haven't already, watch a movie starring Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa. I am actually going to watch Showdown in Little Tokyo tomorrow on Tuesday. I mean, you guys might be getting this on Tuesday if I feel like editing and recording like right afterwards. All right, but my next story is in regards to Mortal Kombat, and that's Lewis Tan, who plays Cole Young in the 2020 Mortal Kombat movie that was reviled by everyone, but somehow got a sequel despite it not really making any money because, pandemic. So yeah, he was talking to comicbook.com, and he was talking about everything that wasn't necessarily wrong with the movie, but like the critiques of it and fatalities. So he said, "I think it's worse. Some of the fatalities and some of the fights are worse, but they are way more detailed and way more complex, which is what I wanted to step up to the level of complexity and depth in the fights. It's Mortal freaking Kombat. We should have the best fight movie of the year. That has to be the goal. I think we accomplished that. My character has one of the most epic fights in the second movie for sure. The location of the fight, who Cole gets in the fight with, is pretty special. They really let the action team go crazy in the second one, whereas in the first one, they were trying to balance the storyline with the fights. In the second one, it's a tournament, so we're already in, we're already sold. The tournament is there, it's happening now. We can set up all the different fights everyone wanted to see, and they really gave the action team free rein to run with it, shoot with it, and the way it was edited, when you do that, and when you have a good team and when you trust them, you get gold. It's not that they didn't do it in the first one, but I think they were trying to balance too many things, and we learned from those moments. Yeah, you think that was the main consensus for the first movie? Is like, yo, where are the fights? Why are we not doing the tournament already? Come on, what's taking them so long to do this? So hopefully this one is better than the last. As you all know, this movie was supposed to come out this past October, and they pushed it back to summer of next year. So him talking about they should have the best fight movie. You're competing with Street Fighter the same year, so toss up. We'll find out. All right, my next story is in regards to the Tomb Raider series. So we got some casting on that. And Martin Bob Semple will be in the Tomb Raider Amazon series alongside Sophie Turner, who's playing Lara Croft. And like some of the races had a field day with this tweet. They were like, oh, so Lara Croft is going to be trans now, whatever. And just trying to be trolls, not knowing that Lara Croft has already been cast as Sophie Turner. And I actually had to clap back at some idiot who said, yes, the well-documented black sidekick that's been with Laura since ages. So she will be a lesbian or in a mixed-race relationship. And so I had to tell this idiot that Zip has been around for almost 30 years. And he clearly knows nothing about Tomb Raider, so he just needs to shut up forever. So yeah, Variety made a post about it since they were the one who broke the story. They said that Variety has learned that Martin Bob Semple, the rising British star, most recently seen in a recurring role on CW's All-American Homecoming, has joined the series based on the iconic video game series. While details are on the wraps, it's understood to be as a series regular in a major role for the Londoner. So, have no idea who he's playing. He could be the antagonist for all I know. He could be Zip. We will find out whenever we find out. So, I don't know what to say. All right, speaking of Amazon Prime, I like how all this is like kind of tearing into each other. Like I talked about the passing of Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa, which led into Mortal Kombat, which led into Tomb Raider, a video game franchise, which has been adapted. And now we got more stuff that's tied into Amazon Prime. We got our first look at Nicolas Cage in Spider-Noir. And they also confirmed that he will not be playing Peter Parker, which I am very upset about because Spider-Man Noir is Peter Parker. He will instead be playing Ben Reilly, who is Spider-Noir in the series.
What the fuck?
And I know people are like, why are you upset? Because Ben Reilly doesn't exist in the Noir universe. So if you've been living in a rock, didn't watch Edge of Spider-Verse, didn't watch Spider-Man the Animated Series when technically the first Spider-Verse crossover happened, Ben Reilly is a clone of Peter Parker. And how did he get the name Ben Reilly? Obviously from Uncle Ben. Aunt May's maiden name is Riley. So there's that. And I'm just like, why would they do that? I'm guessing it's something to do with whatever legal mumbo jumbo between Marvel and Sony, because I think Peter Parker's name can only be used in live action films, but animation, anybody can use the name Peter Parker. But only Disney is doing the animation stuff outside of the Spider-Verse films. So yeah, this will be debuting sometime in 2026. It will also be going to streaming, linear television. So if you have a cable subscription and you have MGM Plus, you will actually get to watch it first, and then it will drop the following day on Prime Video. And the good thing about this series is, since the Noir universe is all black and white, hence the reason the name Noir exists, they will be filming this. They will be airing this in black and white and color. So you have the option to do either or. And I actually think that's a pretty good thing. And The Walking Dead did this for like the first season, but nobody watched it. And the reason why they did this is because The Walking Dead is literally in black and white. It's not like shaded to be like a noir comic. It was just that when that book came out, since that was it's an independent book just distributed through Image, Robert Kirkman and Charlie Aldred did not have the funding or the money to get a color, so they just published all 140 issues in black and white, and now it's being reprinted as we speak in color, and they're doing it's called the Walking Dead Deluxe. So they're printing I think 2 issues at the same time. Yeah. So they're doing 2 issues at the same time in color. Okay, my next story is in regards to Amazon. Once again, I love it when I, do my notes like this and everything ties together. So Amazon thought they would slick to lean into the AI of it all. And they put out several anime series on Prime Video where they are using AI to do the dubbing. So I actually have 2 clips from the from the series. One is called Banana Fish. So y'all can check this out. All right, guys. So here's the thing. I put the anime in this episode. It was posted on Sunday, but Amazon, you decided to be some punk bitches and flagged the video. And then when I disputed it, saying that I was discussing the episode, you got it deleted and hit me with a copyright strike. So sorry guys, that's why you cannot see the video for this shitty AI dubbing here. But I am going to turn this into a clip and hopefully that doesn't get flagged. But you can listen to it on the audio, and I believe the video is still on Spotify. So yeah, check that out. So I get it. They're trying to save money because they don't want to hire anybody to do the voice acting, but I don't know, man. This is just dumb. Some things you're still going to need people for. So I don't get why you just don't do it. Okay. So something that's been near and dear to my heart, as you all know, is Power Rangers. I have the lightning bolt tattoo on my left arm. I've met Jason David Frank about 5 times. I've pretty much met every single living original Ranger because I don't need locals saying, hey, you didn't meet them all. With the exception of Amy Jo Johnson, aka the Pink Ranger, who doesn't do cons in Florida anymore. She did 1 super con and that was it. All right. So with that being said, the Power Ranger series for Disney Plus has officially been confirmed. So Jonathan Steinberg and Dan Schatz, who are the showrunners of the Percy Jackson series on Disney Plus, pretty much teased that they have a part of it. They didn't actually confirm it. Well, they did kind of confirm it. They just didn't confirm if it was going to be a continuation of what started with Mighty Morphin and that ended with Cosmic Fury about 2 years ago. So Dan Schatz actually said, you're asking all the questions that I can't answer. Let's just say we very much hope to bring that story to life. So that's all I can say at this point. And they also said, the rumor is true. I cannot tell you, but I am very excited. I am very, very excited for that story. So if this is done right, my nephew, who is 2 at the moment, will have his own version of Power Rangers to grow up on, as opposed to, me indoctrinating him to the Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, in space, and, the 30-year legacy of Power Rangers, which I probably might do anyway. I already got him hooked on Spider-Man. So yeah, there's that. I'm going to take my break. I'm going to drink that bottle of water that you guys see blurred. And I'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby gives you focus and energy without the crash and jitters. It has no sugar, fillers, or artificial dyes. Mix 1 packet or scoop into 8 or 12 ounces of water. Stir or shake well. Some powderiness is normal, and it has all the important vitamins. So this has vitamin C, B3, B6, and B12. And it's made from coffee fruit extract. So drink it and go conquer a task. And go to debbie.gg and use my promo code Angry Blerd 10 at checkout to save 10% on your order.
That's dubby.gg with promo code Angry Blerd 10.
All right, I'm back. Sorry if you guys hear Steve Harvey in the background. My aunt's watching Family Feud in her room. Actually, turn on the TV, and I think she finally did. All right, so in a world of things that don't need to be made, why Vin Diesel? Why? So Vin Diesel is making a rockin' sockin' robots movie, and I'm like, why is this a thing? So this was confirmed by Deadline, and he said that the film will measure the role of it will examine the role of competition in a world often measured by strength and dominance that dares to reveal the power of compassion at its core. Vin, I'm sorry. I don't know how to break this to you, but we already got that movie about, 14 years ago. It's called Real Steel, starring Hugh Jackman and Anthony Mackie. So yeah, this is kind of a moot point because that's the real Rock'em Sock'em Robots. So I don't know why you're doing this, but please don't do it. And I don't think Vin Diesel has ever written a movie, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's just nobody wants this, Vin. Please don't do it. For the sake of your career, do not do it because that movie's going to make $4. All right. Movies. We are supposed to be getting a new Men in Black movie. This was announced a few days ago by Sony. And I believe it's going to be written by the Bad Boys for Life writer. Can't remember if it's Bad Boys for Life or Bad Boys Ride or Die. Let me look this up real quick. No, it is actually written by the writer of Bad Boys Ride or Die, Chris Bremer, I believe. So yeah, I mean, I can live with another Men in Black movie. But Will Smith is supposed to be having first looks on the script. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I liked Men in Black International. Apparently, I thought this movie bombed, but it did somewhat successful. Looking at it now, budget of $90 to $110 million. Box office was 253. So, there's that. All right. I actually have a trailer reaction, which I did not originally have. But since this dropped Saturday, after my recording, we got a final trailer reaction for The Boys. So let's check this out. April 8th. So yeah, goodie. I cannot wait. I really got to stop doing trailer reactions because I keep getting flagged. I just got flagged for. The hell I just get flagged for something? Oh, it wasn't even a trailer. I used the clip from Ted of Giovanni Ribisi dancing in the Stranger Things season 5 volume 1 review. Check that out, by the way, if you guys haven't already. Of him dancing to Tiffany, I Think We're Alone Now. Because once again, anybody who has seen Ted, that is the first thing they think of with that song. And I did not know it was a remake. But yeah. All right. My next story is simply this. Netflix is just trying to buy Warner Brothers. And apparently it might actually happen. A lot of news has been coming out since this happened in the middle of last week. So if you haven't heard, Netflix will officially buy Warner Brothers Discovery for $83 billion. Also taking the video game division with it, likely forever changing the entertainment industry. But, on a conference call with investors in press, Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos echoed an earlier statement he has shared, reaffirming that the streamer will continue to honor Warner Brothers Discovery's long-standing contractual agreement to big screen theatrical releases. But, however, he said that the way theatrical runs for Warner Brothers films will evolve. And what he means by evolve is being shorter. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about, Ted? 2 weeks? Because we already got 45 days. So this is where everybody you are an idiot. He said, it's not like we have this opposition to movies in the theaters. My pushback has been mostly about the fact of the long exclusive windows, which we really don't think are that consumer friendly. But when we talk about keeping HBO operating largely as it is, that also includes their output movie deal with Warner Brothers, which includes a life cycle that starts in the movie theater, which we are going to continue to support. I wouldn't look at this as a change in approach for Netflix movies or Warner movies. I think over time the windows will evolve to be much more consumer friendly to be able to meet the audience where they are quicker. I say right now, you should count on everything that is planned on going to the theater through Warner Brothers will continue to go to the theaters through Warner Brothers, and Netflix movies will take the same strides that they've always had, which is some of them do have a short run in theater beforehand, but our primary goal is to bring first run movies to our members because that's what we're looking for. And so once this came out, the memes and everything started. Like, one of the most popular tweets I saw was somebody saying, when my first viewing of Man of Tomorrow was interrupted by an unskippable ad because I can't afford the standard Netflix plan, then what? And they had the What Have You Done from the Batman, where he is punching the glass and Riddler's on the other side singing opera. So yeah, this isn't good for anyone. Like, the Screen Actors Guild is talking about boycotting. The Writers Guild has also wrote a letter, and apparently Donald Trump will be overseeing this. And apparently, before this deal was made, Ted Sarandos went and visited Trump in the White House. So I think he kind of went the same way that Paramount did to get their Skydance merger to go through. And this is it's like, movie theaters are still struggling as it is post-pandemic. We've only been technically 3 years since movie theaters have been fully back open, per se. Like, you can say 2021, but even then, like, nobody was really going to the movies. Like, when I went to go see The Suicide Squad, it was empty. When I went to go see Nobody, it was empty. Like, pretty much every movie I saw in 2021, with the exception of Spider-Man No Way Home, because, like, by then, like, people started to get more comfortable, like, maybe, like, towards the summer, because, like, Morbius was kind of full. But yeah, nobody was really going to the movies like that. So yeah, if this merger does go through, that's it. Because after that, it's just Universal and Paramount. Oh, obviously Disney. Disney / 20th Century. All right. What is my next story? So my next story is just simply, good news for you Spaceball fans. Spaceballs 2 has officially wrapped up filming. They made a post online that said the Schwartz awakens in 2027. And if you don't remember who's in this movie and who's all returning, so let's just go ahead and talk about who's returning. Rick Moranis came out of retirement to do this movie. Bill Pullman is in this movie, returning. Daphne Zuniga is returning. I don't know if George Warner was in the first movie, but he's in it. Mel Brooks, Josh Gad, Keke Palmer, Anthony Kerrigan, and Lewis Pullman. Have no idea what the story is about. I never seen Spaceballs.
What?
Loco gives me grief about it every time he can. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I'm black. I didn't grow up watching Spaceballs, despite the fact that I grew up watching a lot of white comedies. But Spaceballs was not on the list. If you're a fan of horror movies like me, this is some very good news for us. So Sam Raimi, creator of The Evil Dead, Drag Me to Hell, directed the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy, Oz the Great and Powerful. We don't really hold that one against you, Sam, because, whatever. And Jordan Peele are collaborating on a movie. So they will be working on a movie called Portrait of God, and this is a spec script from emerging film writer Dylan Clark that expands the world of his short that is on YouTube right now. That was co-written by him and Joe Russo, not of Avengers, Captain America fame. If you want to check out the Portrait of God short, it's on YouTube. Like I said, it's been on there since August of 2022, and it has 8.6 million views. So the synopsis is basically a religious girl prepares a presentation about a painting titled Portrait of God what she sees challenges her beliefs. So I guess that's going to be basically what the movie is about. But I can't wait to see a teaser trailer for it because I like Sam Raimi. I like Jordan Peele. I know a lot of people didn't like I almost said Us. I mean, not Us. Well, yeah, I don't think a lot of people liked Us or Nope. And everyone gives him grief for him, but he didn't do anything besides executive produce the movie for him. And I liked him. I just hated those X-ray shots like this ain't Mortal Kombat. We don't need those. All right. So guys, I believe I am going to queue up my spoiler alert. And I go get the synopsis real quick because, like I said, I recorded this episode. I'm going to talk about it. Welcome to Derry. I'm going to talk about episode 6, which is titled In the Name of the Father. Written by Jamie Travis. Directed by Jamie Travis. Written by Jason Fuchs, Brad Caleb Kane, and Cord Jefferson. So, after the events of everything that happened in the sewers, Leroy yells at Will for going into the sewers and orders him to stay on the base. Will's like, nah, I gotta go help my friends because unlike you, I'm not gonna let my friends die. And Leroy backhands him to the point where he runs out the house. Lily, Richie, Marge, Will, and Ronnie are all up in their lair, I guess you want to call it. And she shows them the pillar that stopped Pennywise from killing her and insists that they use it to destroy him. Ronnie's like, nah, I'm good, homie, because all this happened because you decided to save yourself and not decide to save my dad. And she's like, well, all this happened because I should have never went to your house, so they have their issues. Hank is actually in the being hidden in the black spot until Charlotte can get him out of Derry, which pisses off Halloran. So Halloran goes back to the base with a bottle of liquor because Pennywise opened the box, his mental box, which stops him from seeing dead people. And now he's just seeing dead people, but if you've seen Dr. Sleep, you will know that, you know, that is something that his grandmother helped him with. Also, you saw it in the last episode in the flashback. So Leroy is like, hey, nah, we gotta find these pillars. And Leroy's like, nah, man, get out of my face. I ain't trying to deal with none of that right now. The patty cakes are basically being the mean girls they are. And it's like, hey, Marge, how about you come sit with us instead of all these losers or whatever? So we got our first iteration of the Losers Club. And Patty's like, nah, I'm good. Shows them her scarred eye. Her and Richie sit and have lunch. Those two are getting a little bit closer. Lily goes to Ingrid Kirsch's house, who works at Juniper Hill, to tell them that, to tell her that, you know, they saw Pennywise in the sewer, but she finds a clown suit and sees a photo of her father as Pennywise. And Ingrid reveals that she was the clown that was in the cemetery. And we get a flashback of Ingrid and a little girl named Mabel in Juniper Hill in 1935. And has a psychotic break and thinks that Pennywise is her father. And she tries to get Lily to go with her down to the sewer to confront him because she's like, nah, I ain't dumb. You trying to kill me. Stabs her with the pillar, hops on her beach cruiser and just rides down the street screaming like a lunatic. Meanwhile, former Sheriff Bowers gets a tip on where Hank is hiding out. So he basically gets the good old boys together to go to the black spot. Wearing masks, and you know, we'll talk about that episode next week because yeah, there's that. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed this episode. Episode 7 was amazing. Like I said, I'm going to talk about that next week just because it aired last night. But the group is obviously splintered because they all almost died. And yeah, I really feel like none of them are going to make it out besides Will. Because if you read the book, you know that Ronnie dies. I don't even think Lily is a character in the book unless she shows up later. because I'm still listening to the book. I don't know about Marge, and I also don't know about Richie. So yeah, guys, there's that. And that was another episode of the Angry Blerd podcast. Be sure to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Go to w.gg, use the promo code AngryBlerd10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. I will not be reviewing Five Nights at Freddy's. I heard nothing but horrible things about that movie, and I did not like the first one. So yeah, there's that. I will see y'all next week, where we will talk about episode 7 of It, Welcome to Derry. And that might be it. And whatever news comes out of this, hopefully failed Netflix Warner Brothers purchase. Peace.